What's up, everybody? Hope you all had a great day. Getting into this episode of GH, I loved every second of this episode. Certain parts, let me be clear, certain parts. Victor put his foot down with Nicholas. Like, Victor has had enough of Nicholas. He pretty much put Nicholas in his place and let him know that he will be giving Ava Windermere and Spoon Island in the divorce, minus some family heirlooms, because he feels like it's a small price to pay, um, because he feels Ava could damage the family name. My whole thing about that is, what is there left to damage with the Cassadine name? I mean, Victor and Helena and Stavros and Mikos have done an amazing job of that over the years, and Stefan too, to an extent. So I'm like, what is there left to damage? The Cassadine name should be burnt in the industry by now. I'm surprised people even still do business with them. Like, I'm shocked Cassadine Industries is even still making money and profitable. Like, who wants to do business with the Cassadines knowing their history and reputation? I'm just shocked by that. So I'm like, what damage could Ava really do to the name that hasn't already been done because of Helena and everybody else? I'm just saying. Nicholas wasn't having it. Nicholas was like, listen, you're not taking my home away from me. He said, I'm not budging on that. Victor didn't give a damn what Nicholas was talking about, because at this point, Victor reminded him, he said, don't forget I got evidence on you that could land your ass in prison because of that Esme mess. Then he brought up the Hayden stuff. Pretty much, Victor is over Nicholas at this point, and he let him know. He said, listen, my patience is running low with you. Victor said, I'm getting tired of your shenanigans. And he said, the next time you defy me will be your last time. I was like, well, damn. It was like watching a father put his disobedient child in his place. I was like, well, damn, Nicholas, you a grown ass man and you got your uncle talking to you like this, like you a child, telling you what you will do and what you won't do in your own home that you own. Victor would have had me fucked up. I would have been like, sir, you're not gonna come in my house and tell me that you're gonna sell my home. I was like, bitch, Victor was not playing with Nicholas. He has had enough. He said, you defy me one more time. You know how sad that is to be a 40-plus-year-old being dressed down by your uncle like you a subordinate or something in your own home? Damn. Like, he just got the smack put down on his ass. Ugh. My lord, Victor was not playing. Victor let him know too. Victor said, listen, he pulled out the divorce settlement papers. He said, I want those signed before I get back here. Oh my God. He said, you better have these shit signed by the time I get back to this house. That is sad. Oh my God. I said, damn, Nicholas. Like, are you back? Are you 40 plus or are you five? Like, good God. I was here for it because Victor was just not in the mood for his shit no more. Victor said, listen, I done tolerated your ass for as long as I can. It's time for me to set your ass straight. And boy, did he. I said, good Lord. I enjoyed that scene. But my whole thing is, now, I'm pretty sure Ava's going to get a damn good settlement as far as like Windermere and stuff like that. And as far as money, I'm pretty sure she's getting a good amount of money. But my thing is, the upkeep on Windermere has to be crazy expensive. I mean, that's just per month, but you also got the yearly expenses on. I'm like, I know the maintenance up there will keep a bitch in the pawn shop. Like, you would have to be in a pawn shop every month to keep them up, to pay them bills up in that damn place. I mean, the electric alone. I'm pretty sure they keep the lights on every damn room in the tower, the south tower, the north, the east, the west. I'm like, please, you'd be better off just selling that shit, because I couldn't afford it. I could be worth probably 30 million right now, still be like, nah, that's a whole castle. Absolutely not. Be like, no, ma'am. I wouldn't want that house. I would take it, but I would turn around and flip it. I'll sell that shit. You know how much money you could get for that? I keep ownership of the island, but you can have the castle though. But I just want the land that's on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's too much per month for me. That's too rich for my blood. But rock on, Ava. You about to get you an island and a castle. I ain't mad at you. So anyway, moving on from that. Jocelyn. Jocelyn. You know how I literally wanted to throw my remote at my TV, but I stopped myself because I said, no, that TV cost me way too much money. I'm not going to degrade that television that way. I had to mute the TV when she talked. I had to because the stuff that was coming out her mouth was just pissing me off as usual. Um, I have to ask that question again. What does Dex see in her? I really don't know. I mean, the only thing I could think of is looks. The girl is gorgeous. That's all I can think about. I mean, she's gorgeous. That's all I can think of because anything else, it's like, what do y'all have in common? Nothing. I mean, every time Joss and Dex are together, the topic of conversation for them is always about Sunny. Always. It's always about Sunny. Everything goes back to Sunny this, Sunny that, Sunny this, Sunny that, Sunny, 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 Sunny. I'm like, what the fuck else do y'all have in common? Like, what do y'all have to talk about? Like, do y'all talk about each other's interests, what you like, you dislike? I haven't really seen them ever discuss that stuff. They always talk about Sunny. I'm like, what the hell is the attraction other than physical attraction? What the hell else is there between y'all? Because that seems to be Sunny. That's all y'all talk about. I mean, do y'all get off talking about Sunny? I don't get it. Because she's sitting there talking about, oh, she wished that Michael would understand why their mom did what she did. And she talking about she don't understand, like, it's not fair that Carly has to take all the heat when Sonny and Nina are to blame. Is the hair gel in her hair squeezing her brain too tight? How the hell are Sonny and Nina to blame for her mother keeping a secret that Nina is really Willow's mother? How is that their fault? I was totally confused by that. I'm like, how? Did I miss an episode? How the fuck is it their fault? She is such, you could tell, like, she is definitely Carly's daughter. I that one just blew me. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And of course, she starts venting about Sonny. Oh, he's gonna fail my sisters as a father. He's gonna this, he's gonna that. Oh, after what him and Nina did to my mother. I'm like, oh my God, will you give it a rest? And of course, she starts bitching about Dex working for him. So Dex was like, well, I can't go into detail or tell you what's happening, but I need you to trust me that, I may not be working for Sonny for too much longer. So, of course, she was thrilled about that. She had a sigh of relief. So then, of course, they start having sex. I'm like, is that, like, talking about Sonny, is that a sign of foreplay for them? I'm starting to think it is. Like, is that some type of foreplay? Like, do they get off on that shit? So, mind you, back at the diner, Elizabeth was pretty much telling Cameron everything that's going on with Joss and her family, about everything with Willow and all that mess. So of course Cameron felt bad and stuff, so he wanted to go find Jocelyn or whatever to try to talk to her and comfort her, I guess. So after Dex and Jocelyn made love, so they like to call it, they ordered some food and a knock came at the door. It was Cameron. Mind you, Dex is, half dressed. Jocelyn's in the bed and all that stuff. She, half dressed. So Cameron sees Dex open the door half naked, and he looks over and see Jocelyn all up in her robe and stuff like that. I felt bad for a moment for Cameron because I said, damn, he had to find out this way. But I'm happy. And I'm praying and I'm hoping that Cameron does not give Jocelyn and Dex a pass. I mean, don't get me wrong. He should definitely be more upset with Jocelyn than Dex, because at the end of the day, Jocelyn's the one who owed him the loyalty and the respect and the answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she owes him because that was his girl. You know what I'm saying? But, so of course he should be more upset with her. You know what I mean? But of course, he should still be somewhat upset with Dex too, because Dex knew Jocelyn had a boyfriend and you still took it there. But like I said, he should definitely be more upset with Jocelyn. Hell yes, he should. Blame her, not Dex, because at the end of the day, Dex doesn't owe Cam a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Your woman owed you, or your ex-woman owed you something, not him. You know what I mean? I really want to see Cameron give it to her. Like, I really want to see him go the hell off. I feel like that's what she deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because she tried to gaslight him and make it seem like, oh, we just drifted apart because after the sex tape and stuff. No, you gaslighted the shit out of him. You know, and I just feel like that was wrong. Every time he tried to spend time with her, she was running off the decks. You know, so I feel like he need to get his. Like he need to let her know about herself, and I hope he do. I really, really hope he does not back down from this, and I hope Cameron just goes the fuck off. Because we know Cameron can have a dark side to him, and I want to see it. Because I know William Lipton is going to kill it. I know he is. He has that in him as an actor, so I know he gonna bring it. So anyway, moving on from that, I like the way Liz and Finn handled the Violet situation, trying to explain to her why they're not together anymore without explaining it to her. You know what I'm saying? Like without putting her in grown folk business about the details. And reassuring her that they're better off as friends, and that of course Liz and her kids are still their family. You know what I mean? So you're still gonna see them and stuff like that. So I like the way that they handled that together. You know what I mean? I felt like it was mature then. You know, but after Finn and Violet left because it was getting late, Liz sitting there looking at her phone and stuff like that, and look who the hell popped in. Carolyn, her mother, talking about, oh, hello. Miss Ma'am, why are you here? I ain't got no love for Liz's mother or her father. I really don't. And I'm like, ma'am, why are you here? Why are you darkening her doorstep? Or not her doorstep, but why are you darkening Kelly's? Like, why? Why are you in her face? Like, don't come up in here and start no drama with her. Because she just starting to move on past y'all shenanigans, and here you come trying to regurgitate this shit. I'm like, man, go on about your life. She don't want to talk to you right now. Go on about your business. I'm just saying. Leave Liz alone. Y'all done did too much mental damage to that woman. Let her live in peace, please. Like, go on back to California, wherever the hell you live. Go on back. Return to sender. She ain't got time for y'all shenanigans. I'm just saying, like, enough is enough for her parents. I just feel like she gonna need extensive therapy after dealing with them folk. I'm just saying, like, her mama need to go on somewhere. I feel bad for Liz. Cause like her mother and her father just ain't shit. Like they ain't they just they're worse than the dog shit we all pick up on the sidewalk. I'm just saying. Leave that girl alone. She been through enough. Please and thank you. Free Elizabeth. So anyway, moving on from that, Portia kept pushing and pushing and pushing Marshall to get the genetic testing to see if he was misdiagnosed, and he just blew up on her and told her to mind her business. I think a part of him didn't want to know the truth because he was just afraid of what the answers was going to be, because even he was worried about that. Like, what if he was misdiagnosed? He feels like if he was misdiagnosed, then that means everything he's been through the last 40 years, leaving his family, his kids, all would have been for nothing. You know what I mean? So he's afraid to do that. And I'm glad Curtis and Portia kind of talked him into looking into it, because now he can know if he was misdiagnosed and what's really going on with him. Because Portia feels like he doesn't have those symptoms or whatever. And he feels like it was just the medication. But she was like, nah, I think you need to go get that looked at. And I agree. It's good to know what's really going on, because, maybe some doctor did misdiagnose him back then. It was a long time ago. And modern medicine has changed a bit. And misdiagnoses, they happen all the time. So I think he should. And Curtis told him this could be a whole new chapter for him if he finds out what's really going on. If he was misdiagnosed, this could be a whole new beginning for him. Which I agree. But I don't know, I just got this nerve that something else is going on besides the whole misdiagnosis thing. Like, I just feel like something going on between him and Stella that they not talking about. Because I don't know, I just get that nagging feeling every time Stella's around. She be making these faces, acting all jittery, and I don't know, something ain't right with that. I don't know. Like, something just keep nagging. It could be nothing, but then again, you never know in this show. It could be a whole lot of something. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that, Michael and Carly. I am so fucking disappointed in Michael. Little wimpy ass. Like, he was mad at his mother off for 5 minutes. I knew that. I had a feeling this shit was gonna happen. I am so disappointed with this. I thought everybody was gonna be raging at her ass, and they all raged for 5 fucking seconds, and now they back to licking her boots again. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Drew was mad at her for all of 2 minutes. Now he back defending her, and now here go Michael. Oh, if I was in your place, I would have, contemplated, not telling Willow, but then I would have told her to, see where she wanted to take it, but I would have contemplated it. I'm like, you ass. Ugh. He gets on my nerves, and then they gonna sit there and hug. I'm like, oh, please. Um, cause my whole thing is, like I said, I'm not mad at Carly for doing what she did. I'm really not. But my whole, because everybody does dirt on this show, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really be mad at her for doing it because everybody done some shit. But my thing is, stop lying about why you did it. I feel like that's the biggest pet peeve where she shifts the blame to everybody else and she doesn't want to take accountability for the shit. I'm like, just say why you really did it. Like, we all know why. Come on, it wasn't really all about protecting Willow. Do I think a part of it was? Yeah, I think a part of it, but that's not the whole reason though. Come on, I think a small part of it was Willow. Very small part. The rest was all about getting at Nina. You know, so they were talking about forgiveness and stuff, and she was thinking maybe he could forgive his would he forgive his father at some point or whatever. And of course, Michael won't. And it's crazy to me, like he could forgive Carly for all the stuff that she does, but you can't forgive Sonny though. In my opinion, Sonny doesn't even need forgiving. He didn't do anything. Like you're really blaming him because he had feelings for a woman that he couldn't control. He can't control his feelings. Like at the end of the day, he was in Nixon Falls. He didn't know who the hell he was. He fell for a woman while he was down there. You can't shake your feelings for people. How can you do that? You know what I'm saying? But not once did his family ever try to sit down and really, oh, well, what happened to you in Nixon Falls? Like they never really tried to understand that. I'm like, now one of them would have lost their damn memory and did some shit while they were away, and they changed up a little bit when they came back. Would everybody be so forgiving of that? Or would they sit there and treat them how they treat Sonny? Like, Sonny ain't a perfect person. Don't get me wrong. Like, he be pissing me off sometimes. But I kind of, put myself in those shoes. Like, you can't help who you fall for or whatever. But I do think he genuinely tried to make his marriage to Carly work. It was just tough to do. I do feel like a lot of times, though, he was acting an ass. Kept throwing Jason up in her face every 5 seconds. But I can't totally blame him either because Carly been wanting Jason for years. It's just one big complicated mess. It's like, to me, I just feel like there's some wrongs, but there's some rights. You know what I'm saying? Do I feel like Sonny's right sometimes about some of the shit he say? Yeah. Do I feel like Carly's right about some of the shit she say sometimes? Yes. But I also feel like they're all wrong at the same time too with certain things. Like I said, it's kind of complicated. It's like you can't really describe it in a way. It's like, they're right and they're wrong. At the same time. Like I said, it's a complicated mess. That's pretty much what all this is. But I just find it crazy how Michael's so easily forgiven of Carly, but you can't find it in your heart to be cool with your dad again, or because you think he chose Nina. It's like, get over that shit. Like, him and Jocelyn really need to get over that. It's so stupid. I'm like, come on, Carly and Sonny have been divorced before for way worse than this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like he, blew up a building or something with her inside of it or something. Like, what the fuck? Like, get over it. Like I said before, Sonny, Michael's gonna be the one that needs forgiving if he keeps up with this mess trying to go after Sonny, because I feel like he's gonna take it too far. That's why I need Christina back, because I feel like Christina is one that would defend Sonny, against Michael and Jocelyn and stuff, because one of his kids need to. It's ridiculous at this point. Because it's obvious what side they're on. Like, they're on Carly's side. They're not even trying to hear nothing Sonny got to say. So it's like, you need somebody to be on his side for once. At least one of his biological children. Since Michael wants to act an ass. So anyway, moving on from that. Austin had enough. Like, Austin straight up blew up on Mason, because Mason was up in his office or whatever talking about, chastising him for not tending to, the latest patient that they sent him or whatever. And Austin had enough. He was like, listen, I'm not taking orders from the boss no more. He said, I'm done with this shit. He said, I already lost so much lately. And he said, I'm starting to feel like I have nothing left to lose now. So Mason starts bringing up Georgie. oh, I've seen her this morning in the park and stuff, and you know how trusting kids can be. You know, trying to throw little innuendos out there that he would do something to her. And, you know, that just sent Austin in overboard. Like, Austin grabbed him by his jacket and stuff, and of course, Ava came up in there interrupting. Um, I got a feeling Ava's going to recognize Mason from the Quartermain picnic that night she was stabbed. I think she's going to recognize him. Um, but yeah, I don't blame Austin for, you know, getting pissed off with Mason because at the end of the day, he's tired of being their little, you know, mob doctor or, you know, whatever. He's sick of patching up their criminal friends. Like, he's sick and tired of that. And he's tired of the threats. And now you're trying to threaten Georgie and stuff. I don't blame him for going off because even though him and Maxie aren't together and Georgie don't really like him, that's still a child at the end of the day. And he's not about to bring that kind of pain and damage to Maxie and her family, especially after everything she recently went through. You know, so something gonna have to be done about Mason. Like, Austin gonna have to do something. I wonder who this boss is though, because they've been talking about this boss for damn near a year now. Like, who is this person? I'm starting to think it got to be Jennifer Smith or somebody. Like, who is this boss? Because they did say it was a woman, so I'm starting to trying to figure out like, okay, who is this? Um, but I did like the scenes though between Austin and Ava and stuff when they was talking about heartache and Nina and all the stuff that's been going on lately. I swear, like, Maura West could have scenes with anybody and it'd be phenomenal. Like, she just got that natural chemistry with people. Like I said, she could have a scene with a broom and that shit'd be off the charts. You know what I'm saying? That's just how good Maura West is. Like, I love her. Like, she just has no chill. Like, you know, she can get along with anybody. She can have great scenes with anybody. Um, and I love that. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Hope you all have a great weekend. See you all later. Peace.